boys and girls.
Are you ready?
Talking junk in the break room. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Talking Junk.
We are live!
In the break room.
It's the weekend again. Welcome to the break room. Tonight, I'm here with my two main men, Chance and Colin.
What's good?
We out
Hashtag
here.
buy Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. They call
What's
me
good,
Chance Doge.
What's going on, guys? How y'all
Well,
doing this week?
like you heard, Doge is the truth. That's what's going on this week. That's what's going on next week. Right now, it's all about the Doge right now, and more importantly, the break room and what we're talking about tonight.
And we're bringing you subjects of the Muffin Man.
Oh shit! I love muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin
The
Man?
Muffin Man. Well, she's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
She's
Muffin
married to
Man!
the Muffin Man. We definitely skipped the line, but you know what? That's okay. That's all right that we skipped the line.
All right.
Because
Buttons.
I know for a fact that the Muffin Man that lives on Drury Lane is not the Muffin Man in question. He just sells cocaine. Not good, but not who
He's
we're
making
talking about.
those muffins.
Yeah, he's making some nose candy. Not good.
So before we get into the Muffin Man, we're gonna start off with a couple of other nursery rhymes that you will not fucking believe the meanings.
Mm-mm. You think
We gotta-
being a child is fun? You think it's just happiness and joy? No, the songs that you've been singing growing up, that you've been teaching your kids, are some dark ass songs. You wouldn't
Dark
believe the
fucking
origins,
songs.
but we're gonna tell you. So Jason, let's kick it off. What's the first song that we're gonna tell them about?
Ring around the rosies, a pocket full of posies, ashes. What the hell is that? A tissue, we all fall down.
What? Fuck that.
Yeah, this is no. Look, this is.
Tissue,
I'm gonna read it how they got it here. I'm gonna read it how they got it here in this fucking
All right.
paradox of a universe. All right.
All right.
So this is how Google has "Ring Around the Rosies." Ring around the rosies, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down. The
Name is
king has sent his daughter to fetch a pail of water. A tissue, we all fall down. The robin on the steeple is singing to the people. A tissue, we all fall down. The wedding bells are ringing, the boys and girls are singing. A tissue, we all fall down.
Okay. First of all, never in my life have I heard beyond one verse. Secondly, I still really don't like a tissue. I prefer ashes. I think ashes is I don't know why. I just like it better, probably because I grew up saying that. But also, given the possible origins of the song, it makes more sense. But now that it's tissues, I'm curious where tissues come from, because that doesn't seem as dark as ashes.
No, it doesn't. So, would you like to give us the rendition that we grew up with?
Well, I can tell you the part that we sang. It was ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, we all fall down. And then everybody fucking falls down. And, before that, you would just go in a circle, holding hands, singing the song, and then you just fucking fall down. And then you do it again because you're a kid, and that's great.
Yeah, just you're thankful you're holding hands with the girl next to you, and you're tight if you're holding a kid's sweaty hands.
I mean, if anything, your biggest goal was you wanted to see how fucking fast you were getting that circle going. Like, especially if you were mostly boys, it's like we're gonna fucking run in a circle and get that momentum going and throw ourselves apart. Forget just falling down. We're gonna get thrown down by our own momentum. We're gonna run in a direction. We're doing like a Naruto run, except we're holding hands running in a circle. That's what I recall from that shit. But that you said 4 verses. And not only that, you said tissues, which is I've never heard somebody say tissues, but I didn't know there were 3 verses as well. So like what's up with that?
What's up with that?
¿Qué pasó? Huh? Tell me. No sé. I need to
Well,
know.
is it just a harmful nursery rhyme? Or is it about Black Death?
It's probably about the Black Death because I took a fairy tales class back in college, which there's witches and wizards classes you can take. College is crazy, but I took a class about fairy tales and like nursery
You're
rhymes.
a wizard, Talland.
I know they don't know that, but I know.
You shall not pass.
What's the next line? I think it's
And then,
with some fire.
to my knowledge, he says, "Run, you fools." But if you look it up, for some fucking reason, he says, "Fly, you fools."
That's what he said. Like, I swear to God, whenever I saw that movie, sorry to detract for you guys here in the audience, but whenever I saw that moment, one, it was a fucking amazing moment in cinema, an awesome, badass moment, especially when they came back to it in the beginning of Two Towers to see what happened. But when he fell, I had no idea what he said. I was like, "What is you fools?" I'm like, I get it, you fools, and he's telling you to get away, but like, how is he telling you to get away?
I
Parry?
always thought it
He's
said,
definitely not saying
"Run,
run.
you fools."
Like that made sense, but clearly from the the audible tones that he's putting out, he's not saying run, and it kind of sounded like parry to me, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like that's some super existential
But even
bullshit.
still, even that would have made more sense than "Fly, you fools."
I mean, like, I kind of get why you said fly because they're back then, but nobody else at any point says that we're going to
Nobody
fly.
could fly though. What? Who the fuck? It was a couple of fucking hobbits, a dwarf, an elf, and a human. 2 humans, and neither one of them could fly. So who the fuck is he telling to fly?
I mean, he could have been just being a kind of a pompous, all know-it-all dick and be like, "Fly, you fools," and that's why he dropped and he started to fly with the Balrog and he beat that shit and became like a badass motherfucker. And he was telling them, "You gotta fly like me, bitch," and then woo, he was just flexing on them, being like, "Get the fuck out of here, I'm good," and he was just leaving, and they didn't know that. But I mean, great moment in cinema, wonderful, like it was wonderfully shot despite not really being clear what he was saying there. But let's bring it back. What was the original question I was answering? It was about
the Black Death.
Right, the Black Death. I was mentioning how I had taken classes in college and we had done fairy tales and everything like that. And one thing that I quickly learned is that fairy tales originally were used as stories by parents to dissuade their children from doing dangerous things, from doing things that would likely lead them to danger. So they made up stories, they made up myths, they made up things to scare children from doing things that they knew would be dangerous. Because if they just told them, "No, don't do this," that's not enough. There's curiosity. There's something that's going to make you want to figure out why not. But if somebody tells you there's a big bad wolf out in the woods, and if you fuck around, it's going to eat you, that resonates with children. That's why there's different versions of stories and different versions of nursery rhymes. And a lot of times nursery rhymes were used as kind of like tools to help kids remember things that they shouldn't do, as well as just kind of be like a sing-songy way to call out things. A lot of times nursery rhymes and some tales are, excuse me, they're debated on their originality and where they come from and whether or not the true sourcing is true, which I'm sure you're aware of having researched them now, Jason. But they still have a truth about the time that's going around. There's some that we're going to come up that link to Bloody Mary, suggested supposedly And Ring Around the Rosie is one that I'm quite sure actually has to do with the Black Death. Why they decided to make a song like this, I don't know. But there's a lot of times where like it's almost as if people decide to give you a snippet of the truth of history in a sing-songy way that children can do and play around with, which is fucking weird and kind of dark, but awesome in its own right.
Well, you're correct because it does. It's supposed to describe the Black Death. Ring Around the Rosie. This describes the sores around by red rings that are associated with the bubonic plague. A pocket full of posies. This describes the ritual for placing posies in the pockets of the recently dead plague victims to decrease the smell, and even living would keep posies in their pocket because it supposedly helped with the spreading of it. But that was probably more of a superstition thing. Ashes to ashes. This part of the rhyme describes how they disposed of the bodies. They would burn them to decrease the chances that the plague would be passed on by touch or contact. Now, I wanted to start with this one in particular because doesn't that kind of sound a little like what's happening right now or what was happening before?
A little bit. A little bit. Like, especially when it comes to a disease that you're not aware of or something like that, and you know that it's extremely contagious, you want to eliminate all possibilities of that coming out. And for some, especially for those with religious ties, cremating and just burning to ashes is not okay. So like that's it's kind of it's very interesting, but like at the same time, especially back then with the Black Death, as deadly as that was,
Cremation
that was one of the
is
smartest
all
things they could
good.
do.
Well,
Not mass cremation.
well, saying something on that subject that you guys are just talking about. Back then, how religions used to study by the Bible and stuff, so how they followed it. Everything that was like unknown, you had to burn it because it was like working of the devil and shit. So that's how like that's why people would burn things so much. Like, oh, if a woman knew too much, they say that she was a witch. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Just for her being smart.
Yeah. You have too
Right?
many
You know what I'm
opinions.
saying? Oh, she burn her. Yes, she's a witch because she knows too much. She questions too much.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's why like when like the terminology of like oh burn that they will burn for evidence is not that like you see now we do trace of contact, not just destroy. Because if we were just to kill, there would be like 20 million people dead. If we were just to kill the whole thing, let's just kill them all. I mean that's it. There's no more COVID. Everybody
Yeah.
that's dead. That's it. There's no more.
As far as we know, because
As far as we know.
they never were really clear on it, but supposedly it came from a bat. So like I'm sure people will still eat
Apparently.
bats.
There's just so much. Look, let me see what it is. There's just so much lies, and then there's people who have these. This is where I say, like in the Bible, I'm glad it says that the worst thing that man, the most powerful weapon that man has is his mouth.
Yeah.
Like the person's mouth can end the world. A person's mouth can literally like look at the world where it is today, just because there's a person who has a certain influence on people, and people feel that way. So he enrages that feeling that you have. You feel me? And nobody's gonna deny that feeling that you feel because it's being put out there by somebody who has an influence like that already. So you're living your rage through that person. You know what I'm saying? What you feel, that hate or whatever it is that you feel, you're living that through that person's influence. And that's like the thing too. Like that's the problem with the whole thing. Like this person that has high influence says this thing, and then it contradicts what is the person who's actually telling the truth because this person has more influence. People don't believe the truth. People just believe who gets more followers now. It's not even the truth.
I agree.
Like let's say I can have 10 followers and I'm saying the truth, but you'll have 100,000 followers and you're saying a lie.
Yep.
More people are gonna believe you because more people follow you than me.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
why even if it's a lie, it could be it's the biggest lie in the world, the biggest lie in the world. But more people are gonna follow that before they follow the truth, that's
It makes you wonder kind of about these nursery rhymes as well. Like, are
yeah.
they means of passing on the truth of things while like, but like doing a word of mouth type of tradition?
It's a
Because
word
back
of word.
then,
It's a word of mouth. Yeah, it's like a word of mouth thing that's like stays around. So it's like subliminally speaking what's happening or what can happen, and then
well,
coincidentally, it just matches up for what's happening now. You know what I'm
well, like
saying?
I'm thinking like because back then, when a lot of these nursery rhymes were made, people still really weren't very literate. You know what I mean?
Well, they were.
Like they really couldn't read like that. They couldn't write. So the best way to pass on pertinent knowledge would be through fairy tales and more importantly for children, nursery rhymes. Because when it rhymes, when there's a cadence, when there's a song to it, it's easier for a kid to pick up with, especially if you turn it into a game like Ring Around the Rosies. With Ring Around the Rosies, as I was mentioned earlier, you spin in a circle and then everybody falls down. But with Jason's longer version that he read to us, it makes me wonder if like it even started as a game or if it ended up reduced to being a game and in the end.
Wait, wait till you see this next nursery rhyme, because I
Oh,
want y'all to sing it to me before I read the original version. All
Oh
right?
my!
oh, you want me to sing it to you?
Yeah,
Oh,
10 Little Indians. What do you remember about that?
I know probably not the rhyme. I know it goes one little, two little, three little Indians, three little, four little, five little Indians, six little, seven little, eight little
Little
Indians,
Indian.
nine little Indians, something.
Yeah.
And
Boys and girls.
but that's the clearly trying to adopt for a non-racist utilization because that shit is racist as fuck.
Huh. You think that's racist? Check this out. First of all, this is what the original 10 Little Indians is, and then I'll tell you where that derived from, because
Well, that's
where
what
it
I mean.
came from
That's what I'm
is
referring to. That's what I'm
horrid.
referring to. It has fucking terrible usage.
Yes, it does.
So I'm gonna read it for you right now. 10 little Indians. 10 little Indian boys went out to dine. One choked hisself, and then there were nine. 9 little Indian boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8. 10
What?
little Indian boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7.
Whoa.
7 little Indian boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in halves, and then there were 6. 6 little boys playing with a hive. A bumblebee stung one, and then there were 5. 5 little Indian boys going in for law. One got in chancery, and then there were 4. 4 little Indian boys going out to sea. A little red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. 3 little Indian boys
Holy shit.
walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one of them, and then there were 2. 2 little Indian boys, excuse me,
That's fucked up.
sitting in the sun. One got frozen up, and then there was 1. 1 little Indian boy left all alone. He went and hanged himself, and then there were none.
And they sing
Why
this
he
to
hanged
fucking
himself?
children.
To children, yes. Now, it came from a Agatha Christie novel.
What?
The 10 little N bombs.
You know, I never read Agatha Christie, but fuck that bitch.
Dead ass.
What?
So I don't even have to tell you the meaning of that one. You can pretty much deduce the fuckery in that.
I'm glad we weren't really singing that one when I grew up. We had just a terrible adapt. Like what I was singing clearly is not what the original song was. They were like, we got to keep that shit, but make it like nonsense because that is not what I knew that song to be at all. If my mom knew that, she never would have sang it, which she did.
No.
But like, even if I heard it as a kid, I would have been like, That's not right. They're like they all died. Why are we singing a song about dead Indians? That's fucked up. Even
That's
as a
fucked
kid,
up.
I would have known that's not right. Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Shame.
But
For shame.
let's try just a little bit of a lighter one. It's not. It's still a little dark, but it's a little lighter.
Okay.
Which one of y'all want to give me this little piggy?
This little piggy, like I only really kind of know a little bit of that, and my mom used to do it with my toes to tickle me.
Exactly.
I know it goes like this little piggy, like went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had mincemeat, and this little piggy had none. And then the last one, you say this little piggy, something something, and ran all the way home. And that's when you take your kid.
Okay, now
Yeah, I had a little malfunction. I'm sorry.
this little piggy went to market.
Mhm.
Did he go get groceries?
No, that nigga got sold. Now as an adult, I know what that means.
He definitely got sold. He got cut down into bacon, pork chops, pork loin,
He
anything
got
that you could
sold
think of.
off. Which I mean, good
Everything.
for that pig, I guess. He was a big ass motherfucker if he got sold at the market, but
I like them baby back ribs too, though.
oh,
You know them baby
What?
back ribs they be hitting.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back. Continue, Jason.
Oh man, we're running the. Oh man, we running off the wagon tonight. Boy.
This little piggy having roast beef is about fattening
That's
up
what
a
it
pig.
was. Roast beef. That's right.
Roast
Which
beef.
is a pig eating beef. Like what the fuck? I mean, they'll eat anything. Still, they're feeding them beef.
How you
While the
feeding?
fourth piggy gets none because he's too small to go to market.
Which seems contradictory. Like, obviously, it's too small because you're not giving that motherfucker roast beef. Take them to Arby's. Stop fucking around. They got the meats.
No, they
So
don't got
it's
the meat.
just
They don't got
it's
the
a
meat
little-
because they don't have roast beef.
that's because that's their most important sandwich, so they be running out.
Yeah. Yo, Arby's is the shit. Fuck the slander. Arby's is good. You might have a shitty franchise where you live or something like that. Don't blame the fucking whole thing.
I'm not gonna do that. Of course, like the pizza Hut here, it sucks. But I've had Pizza Hut somewhere else where it's better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. People
So
get
I'm
stuck
not,
in the
I'm not gonna
franchise.
be like, nah, it's not. It's a pizza. I'm
I
not gonna.
hate
That's why I
pizza.
don't shit on it.
I like sauce on my fucking pizza.
Nah,
Right.
but the Pizza Hut here in Connecticut fucking. Well, the one here in Waterbury, that one fucking sucks balls.
It does.
Pizza
I
Hut.
love Adriana's too in Waterbury. I love that motherfucker. Or at least I did.
Adriana's is pretty good, but the best pizza, if we're talking Waterbury, the best pizza in Waterbury.
Yo, we had Davili's. Oh my god, Watertown from Watertown, Davili's.
Never had it.
Oh my god, man, that pizza's so.
What were you saying
Oh
was
my
the
god,
best
it's
pizza?
a must-have. That and Dominic and P is a must-have.
No, hell no. I would take Pizza Express over anything, and then it's the one across the street from the fucking Dollar General on East Main.
I don't know if I know.
Right by my house? Right here, right by my house?
That's number 2. Number 1 is Pizza Express down by the Family Dollar down on in the green.
I don't think I ever had them.
I never had
heard
Pizza
it here.
Express.
For as much
You
as
heard it
people,
right here. If you're in Waterbury, Connecticut, you go down to downtown Waterbury, next to the Family Dollar.
You
There's
know
a
who
pizza
was at
called
Dominic
Pizza
and Pia's
Express.
the other day, a couple of months?
Fuck,
El
don't care
Presidente
about-
was there. El Presidente was there. You know who
I
El
don't care who was
Presidente,
there.
right? That's from Barstool Stores. From Bar.
I don't
he,
care.
he was there at Dominic and Pia,
don't
bro.
care who was
came
there,
and drove
and he
out here
shitted
to
on
eat
their
that
pizza. And he
Look.
shitted on their pizza.
look, Dominic and Piers
He
has
used
a
to
pretty,
go to Express and get the fucking pepperoni slice. It's made out of beef, not that cheap pork bullshit. It's beef pepperoni. That shit right there will change your whole perspective on life. I guarantee it.
I can tell you this, fellas. All the pizza that you're talking about and like saying which is better and like ignoring and shit like that is all fucking fire compared to other parts of this country, because I didn't realize it until like I've been out. Pizza is not the same everywhere at all.
The best pizza in the world is in Brooklyn.
The best pizza overall in the country.
The best pizza in Brooklyn, yo. The best pizza's in Brooklyn, yo. That's it.
No,
nobody touching those Italians in Brooklyn. You heard?
It might be, but that's just like $5 a slice, bro. I ain't fucking with that.
It's worth the $5, yo.
I've had pizza in Queens. I've had pizza in Brooklyn. I've had pizza in Manhattan, and I've had pizza in the Bronx. I've never been to Staten Island, but the fucking pizza in the Bronx by far is the best.
Which one? Which one?
Name your pick.
What's across Bronx? The one on the cross Bronx where they have the big slices. It's like the joint is like. It's like a sheet. The whole pizza is like literally. It's really
the size of the pizza, essentially.
Yeah, like I know because I used to go to the school across. I went to the school across the street growing up. PS 36, right there on Castle Hill. So it's right down.
Just remember, if you're in Waterbury and you go to Pizza Express, less little piggies will be going to market.
Look, honestly, if you're in Waterbury and you're not from the East Coast, you can get pizza fucking anywhere. It's gonna be better than where you came from. So. We spoiled in Waterbury. We have a lot of good pizza to debate and say that's shitty. Because Dominic and Pia's, I don't think they're the best. A lot of people will die in a fucking hill for Dominic and Pia's. I think they're straight. But having lived out in California for almost like 3-4 years now, that shit is amazing. So like keep it in perspective. East Coast pizza is the only place to get good pizza in the country. Fuck what you heard. I don't care about your culinary bullshit that you're doing here. It's tasty. It's cute. It's not real pizza. If you want that shit, you need to go out to the East Coast and Connecticut, and New York will hold you down on real pizza.
Hell yeah. Northeast.
The Northeast, but specifically New York and Connecticut will hold you down on that pizza.
Oh yeah. New Haven got the pizza too. I'm not gonna front. New Haven got a good pizza. New Haven they got some good pizza over there.
You guys hungry?
Huh? Let's finish out that fucking nursery rhyme. Like, what happened to that?
I'm just saying, dude, we're talking about pizza, so I'm just making sure you guys aren't hungry, because usually when you're hungry, you start talking about food out of nowhere. That was a pretty hardcore discussion about pizza.
Nah, I mean, I got some fried chicken upstairs, more fried chicken, rather, because we were talking about that. So, like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling. It's all good, baby. Why am I the only motherfucker up here? Where y'all motherfuckers at? Jason, this is your show. Where you at, motherfucker? Shit, get on camera. Fuck.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. There's his shoulder. All right, there you go.
I'm pulling up all the stuff for y'all. So, the next one is going to be Peter Pumpkin Eater.
I heard that, like, I don't remember that in rhyme, but I heard that shit is actually kind of nasty, I think.
It's pretty crazy.
I heard that shit's a little crazy too, yeah.
Well, I got you right now. The nursery rhyme goes, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well.
Okay.
You can only imagine what that means. I probably don't even have to tell anybody the meaning right now. What does that mean to you as an adult?
It means, why the fuck are other adults teaching this disgusting ass fucked up song to children? That's the immediate thought I have, is why are people just like, let's just say this shit, but do it in a way that's not explicit and like it's okay now because we dumbed it down for children.
Yeah.
What? What's up,
Why
Benny?
do you think they will make like the popular songs that the kids pop, like to like kids, like you say, they would take popular songs and make kids sing it, so kids will like listen to it more, and then like it's crazy. That's what they do. They make the sounds of it softer so the children can accept it.
And like the funny thing is, like a lot of times, like especially when I was a kid singing nursery rhymes, I didn't think about what it meant. That's what the song was, so that's what you said. So like if there was any meaning to it, I didn't think about that shit. If anything, I came up with my own meaning. What does this
Exactly.
mean? You would just be like, you would think, I don't know, and then you just tell them some bullshit because you didn't know better.
And don't you know that there's sometimes some of those nursery rhymes that you be singing the song a certain way your whole life, and then you find out you haven't been singing it the right way the whole time, and then you like, oh shit, like you find
Well,
out like when you're older, like,
I'm glad to find out that that's one of the ones that stood the same, because there's been a couple already that's been longer, way fucking longer than what we remember.
Yeah.
But here's the meeting, all right? Peter, let me change up the voice for the meeting. Peter, Pumpkin Eater is one of those nursery garbage. What's garbage?
This roll, I didn't roll it very well. Apparently, it's not.
it's canoeing.
It's not pulling.
Oh, okay. Oh, I hate that. I hate when that happens. You gotta go like this to it. You gotta like go like that to it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed.
Right.
I'm letting you know I'm disappointed. So continue, Jason. I'm sorry. I wasn't disappointed in you. Your voice was not garbage.
Peter, Pumpkin Eater is one of those nursery rhymes that seem innocent and nonsensual at first glance. But if you take a closer look, you discover that it has a gruesome hidden message. This nursery rhyme talks about relationships, infidelity, and murder. So basically, they deduce that Peter's wife was a prostitute.
Oh,
a
so he was a pimp.
No, he wasn't a pimp. She just loved to fuck. So he couldn't stop her.
So he was a cunt.
He fucking killed her and he put her in a fucking huge pumpkin and he left that bitch there. Now we don't condone murdering your wife first and foremost, and we don't condone you putting her in a fucking pumpkin if she dies. All right, let's not do any of that. But this motherfucker in those times, if he got away with that, I want to know how.
That's some bippity boppity boo shit, though. How you get a pumpkin that big?
I don't know, bro.
Her head off and just put her head in it.
Nah. There are competitions nowadays that garner huge fucking pumpkins that you could fit bodies in, bro.
Yeah, but like that's with the intention. People weren't trying to win competitions; they were eating that shit. they were like, I need to make sure it grows, not make sure it grows.
Well, it probably grow better because back in the day, the air was much cleaner, the grass was much better.
I believe we covered "Ring Around the Rosies." That was the first one, dear. I apologize that you missed that. Yeah. But you can catch us on YouTube for the replay.
That's right, or on Facebook Live replays because that's where
we be at.
What you can do though, dear, is you can let us know which one you want to hear about next. So far, we covered.
Hey, how you doing?
Just for a little recap, let me let you guys know what we covered. No problem at all, dear. We understand. Now, we covered Ring Around the Rosies, the 10 Little Indians, this little piggy. Is there anything that you guys want to cover next that you can think of?
Do you have motherfucking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that has a dark meaning.
That's wonderful to know. Honestly. What about Wee Willie Winky?
Wee Willie Winky. How about Georgie Porgy?
Yeah, try that one.
Can I say Wee Willie Winky real quick?
Go ahead.
All right. Wee Willie Winky runs to the town Upstairs, downstairs, in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying at the lock. Are the children all in bed? For now it's 8 o'clock.
Now, what is that? Wee Willie Winky?
Yes, sir. That is V. Willy Vinci.
Now, did you research this? Does it have a double meaning?
I did not research it for today, but it's something I grew up with and was curious about. And I believe that the origination is actually, I think, a reference to a serial killer. I'm not sure, or to a child that was left out and like did not have a family, and he was trying to get inside, um, or something, or a mixture of the two. It might be about a child who had no family who is trying to get inside because there was a killer of children. I'm not certain, but I didn't think about it before the show. I apologize.
That's deep.
Hmm.
But
Since
please,
I
what
wasn't,
is Georgie Porgy?
That is very deep. I did not know that
hold
was
on.
like about that story.
Now I have to see. Now I have to see because I did. That wasn't one that kept coming up as I was trying to do the little bit of research I did on these. We
Okay.
got quite a few though. I sent you guys the muffin list.
Yeah, the muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got the muffin list. Jack the Nimble.
Wee Willie Rinky rins through the tune upstairs and downstairs in the nooch gone, twirling at the window, crying and look. There are weens in the bed, for it's now 10 o'clock. Hey Willie Winky, are you coming, Ben? The cat's singing great
What
tunes.
about Jack be nimble?
First of all, there's a whole. Can you sing that for me one more time?
Sure, I can do that. We living runs through the town, upstairs, downstairs, in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying at the lock. Are the children all in bed? For now it's 8 o'clock.
That's it.
That is all that
All
I
right.
know.
On this site, I think I'm on Quora. It
Hey Dave,
says
look up Jack be nimble.
Jack be nimble or Jack and Jill.
No, Jack be nimble.
All right, hold on. Let me try to get through this real quick because I don't even see another meaning to this so far. But it is longer than what you think. So I'll read it out for you just for fuck's sake.
Really?
Really. Wee Willie Winky rings through the town, upstairs, downstairs, in its night's gown, twirling at the window, crying at the lock. Are the weens in their bed? For it's now 10 o'clock. Hey, Willie Winky, are ye coming, Ben? The cat's singing gray thruns to the nighting hen. Ooh, excuse me, sleeping hen. The dog speldered on the floor, and disna gee a cheep. But there's a wolfwork laddie that whittle for the sleep. Only thing but sleep, you rogue, growling like the mune, rattling in the yarn, jug win warn. What the fuck language is this? Spoon rumbling, tumbling roundabout, crawling like a cock, squirreling like a keen wat. Here, look, just so y'all don't think I'm illiterate, let me share this with y'all. Just for fuck's sake. Where is it? Bam. Just so y'all think I'm bullshitting y'all. Read that shit right there.
Wow.
Bam. Just this. Oh, I think it's all of this. Where'd you go? Ooh. Bam. Nobody? Nobody wants to read that?
Can't see his blurry. I don't know why.
You see it blurry?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can't zoom in a little bit.
You can read it if you want. It's cool.
Well, let's move on real quick. Let's go to Georgie Porgy.
Try Jack Be Nimble.
Jack Be Nimble.
Yeah, supposedly it was really about a pirate.
You motherfuckers did no research.
There was a pirate that ran from the authorities. Yeah.
Can you sing us Jack Be Nimble, sir?
The origin of Jack Be Nimble.
Can
I
you?
don't I,
Can,
really don't I don't know it. That's why I didn't know the nursery rhyme. I just my girlfriend told me about
Jack
it.
be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. That's all I remember. Let's
Yeah,
see if that's all that there is.
that's all that there is. That's crazy.
I guess so. Well, the original origin of Jack Be Nimble is mostly related to the famous English pirate Black Jack, who lived in the late 16th century and also succeeded to escape from the authorities. Jumping over candlesticks or candle leaping was traditional in England, mostly practiced in the markets and fairs. It was believed that it is a good luck sign to succeed to clear the candle and to not damp down the flame. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick.
That's why he was so lucky.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I never heard.
crazy. That's the first time you hear about that.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, my girlfriend just told me about that. I'm gonna give her a high five. Wow.
All right, where are we at now? We're at Georgie Porgy. Now,
Where's Tully, where are you, buddy?
I think he got cut off for a second. He'll be back. He probably went for his laptop.
Okay.
But let's do Georgie Porgy real fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I don't even know what Georgie Porgy is, to be honest with you. You ever heard of that nursery rhyme?
No, I did not. You heard Georgie Porgy put on pie, kissed the girls and made them cry.
Oh, the fucking pervert Georgie Porgy.
Is that all of it? Let's see.
There's more lyrics. I'm gonna look up right now.
I got it right here. Georgie Porgy.
No, can you do the gingerbread man? Can you do the gingerbread man with this one? The ginger man.
Let's see if I can. It's pretty similar, to be honest with you.
It is, but it's a little. It's a
I
little.
like the gingerbread man. I like the ginger. I want you to.
It's really similar. I don't think I can distinguish from my voice right now. Do you know the Muffin Man? Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. See, it's the same shit.
You start morphing like I morph with my UK accents.
It came out good the first one. The first time when you started, it came out.
I'm telling you, it's similar. Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. Pervert.
He was a player.
I think he might have low key been a homosexual.
Georgie.
No, because he kissed him and then he ran away.
Well,
No,
what do y'all
but
think?
when the boys came out, he ran away, but he was trying to kiss the girls. I think, like, because boys, we don't associate with girls off rip. We associate with our own. So, I think he might have been homosexual, which is fine. But Georgie Porgy is still a non-consensual kisser, and that's not okay.
Oh, yeah, little it is.
Can't just be going up giving girls kisses on the cheeks, especially if it scares him and you know it. He
Oh,
knows it, and he
oh,
keeps doing it like, fuck it, I'm Georgie Porgy,
well,
bitch.
from last year
Fight,
forward,
fuck.
that won't be happening ever. You won't see a little girl kissing a little boy ever again, like how we used to see when we were kids. Now,
Nah, especially now since like they're probably forever just gonna make kids wear masks.
yeah, it's crazy how my
You
daughter
you,
it
you
was
can't make
crazy.
decisions. Put this on.
It's crazy how my daughter she questioned me like, "Oh, Dad, when we gonna go back to school and shit?" Like, cause she was going to
Are you
preschool.
ready for this?
Yeah.
You are pretty right again. He's right again. This motherfucking bastardo.
Who me?
Yeah. Talon is right about the fucking Georgie Porgy. So
Who
check this out.
bastardo? El bastardo. He's
Sí,
bastardo.
Watch this.
soy bastardo, pero estoy bien.
The whole thing refers to a torrid gay sex scandal involving King Charles I.
Oh,
Georgie
really?
Porgy is thought to be a caricature of George Villiers, the first Duke of Buckingham, and the hardcore pretty boy. He was
Ah,
rumored to be a lover of Anne of Austria, the Queen of Consort of
He was
France.
a player. He was a
He
player.
was notorious for just about everything except for being pretty or looking like a woman at all. Pretty much a dude. The Queen of Consort of France. She looked like a man. So after having a fling with the ER, somewhat mass for after having a fling with Anne, it was a pretty smooth transition to men.
I,
Not one to do anything halfway. The man Villers chose to woo just happened to be King Charles. So it's about a dude
Fucking
that
a fat
fucked.
bitch.
It was fucking. He was fucking with this woman that looked like a dude. So he began fucking dudes. It brought out his inner gay, and then he started fucking King Charles the First.
that's so wild.
He was able to become a very powerful influence because he was fucking the king in his butt, and was even knighted as. And we're not.
Well, let's be honest. We don't know who was fucking who.
Yeah, they were probably just fucking each other.
I'm sure the king was trying to be the top. Whether or not he was a bottom, that's conjecture. We don't want to offend any possible royalty because as Dogecoin owners, we're going to soon be in the same areas. So I don't want to offend future acquaintances.
You're crazy. Hold on.
So Georgie Porgy was about a gay man in the closet that married a woman that looked like a man, and then wooed the king off his feet.
Sounds like Georgie Porgy did pretty damn well for himself, though. And I'm not gonna lie, he fucked up the ladder.
Assway.
He fucked up, like literally fucked up. Not, you know what I mean. Like he made some moves. You gotta respect the hustle.
He did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
The dude was with the king.
So did anybody look at the muffin list?
I did check out the muffin list. I can take another look.
Yes.
Let's see what we got up on that muffin list, cuh. Where's it at? So how about we do it's raining, it's pouring, because I feel like that's one that everybody knows, but may not be directly aware of the fact that that motherfucker's dead.
Yeah, not a lot of people actually know, but I think this is more of a a good like it's a good way to put this one. You know what I mean? It's not more on the dark. It's dark, but it has a positive undertone.
It does.
It does. I thought
It
that
does.
undertone was that the motherfucker bumped his head and died.
Yeah, so you shouldn't drink that much, motherfucker.
There's nothing wrong with
It
drinking.
never. Well, okay. Well, obviously, you know the extended version of the song because I never knew this motherfucker was drinking. I just know that he was a
Okay,
clumsy
no, I just know
motherfucker.
I did the research and did the fucking. I got the true meaning or the intended meaning, I
See,
guess.
see, he probably, as a ghost, just manipulated the words so that way motherfuckers will remember him as a drunkard. Just be feeling sorry for him instead of being like, "What a sorry motherfucker."
Yep. That's what probably happened.
No, I don't want him to know I had 5 pints of whiskey. Just, I bumped my head and I went to bed and I didn't wake up in the morning. That's all.
That's all. That's all.
That's all, damn it.
That's all. That's all you need to know. Nothing crazy going on over here. I
It
just
don't
slightly
want to
bumped
leave
my
a
head.
single like that in that morning, boy.
I just slightly bumped my head. That's all.
Going down there, bump the head, we don't want to drink on that head. Going to bed like that, he gonna wake up in the morning.
So which one of y'all gonna
Oh, you want
say
me to?
the
Oh, hold up, give me a second. I'll say that shit. Let me find the full version. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were looking. Let me get that. It's raining. It's pouring.
it's just like 5 or 6 lines. It's not long.
All right, so there's not an extended version.
No extended.
All right, well then I got you. I got you right now. Um, all right. Let me get back to the actual screen here. All right.
Stop at each line.
Stop at each line. All right.
Yep.
It's raining. It's pouring. The
This
old
can
man.
no. Stop at each line. Stop at each line.
Oh,
So
like stop. Okay, like a period
stop.
stop. It's
Yes,
raining.
sir. That's not a sentence though. That's like
But like for the rhyme, like that's the first part. It's raining. It's pouring.
there you
The
go.
old man is snoring.
See, it's raining is pouring is the first part. Why are we not in
Oh,
sync
see,
tonight?
they don't have in the proper rhyme scheme, I don't think. But so
They
I'll do
do.
it how you're talking about.
It's
It's
it's a bar.
raining. It's
Bar.
pouring.
It's like you're writing a song.
Yeah.
I know, but I've only ever seen that as like a rhyming of like the two halves. Like it's raining, it's pouring. The old
Pouring
man
and
is
snoring
snoring.
is what rhymes in that sentence.
No, I understand what you're saying. I've just not seen it written, I guess, properly. I don't know. Either way, I know what you're right. All right, so let me start again.
In between each sentence, I'm gonna break down the meaning of the sentence because this is I guess it has deep meaning.
I think
All
we should
right,
all go and thing with it. I'll go.
all right,
I'll go. It's pouring, and then Jason will say the rest.
all right. It's raining.
It's pouring.
This can refer to the fact that the whole campaign was fought in terrible weather. This was still the Little Ice Age. However, it might also refer to Cromwell's arrows and cannon fire, not to mention the armed militia pouring into the country.
The old man is snoring.
They all came down.
Hold on. No, they all came down. What the fuck?
That's a
Nope.
wrong rhyme, bro.
Yeah, it is.
1930s, we tend to talk of more than one man, not the singular of today's version. It's thought that this invokes the sounds made by hanging men on the gallows as they struggle for air.
He bumped his head.
If they were hanged, then they see this one says they bang their heads. They're doing plural. The old men are snoring. I never heard this one. Where the fuck did I dig this one up? See,
Yeah,
the one that
I've not heard of plural.
it was about almost a early ad for not drinking. You know what I mean? Not over excessively drinking.
Oh, for excessively drinking. Yeah.
Okay, but still, if there was no extended version, where do they get like that he was
This one
drinking
says,
from?
well, that's the lore that I heard, that it was ran to as a like not non-drinking type of shit. But this one is weird. It's plural. It says it's raining, it's pouring, the old men are snoring. They banged their head and went to bed and wouldn't get up in the morning.
Now, see that has a completely different connotation from the nursery rhyme that I know. That right there does sound like somebody like banged his head and went to bed and couldn't get up in the morning because he was injured, but not because he was drunk. However, if the implication is that by banging his head that they got drunk and couldn't get up in the morning because they had hangovers, that makes sense. But the one that I know is that this motherfucker smacked his shit, and when he went to sleep, he must have had a fucking concussion because he died. Like that's what happened.
He split his
couldn't,
fucking,
or he wouldn't get up in the morning. He was fucked up.
he split his fucking wig. That's what happened.
Like that again, like that's the implication that I understood from it. Even as a kid, was like he bumped his head and went to bed and didn't get up in the morning. Like I didn't think anything of it, but if I did, even then I would be like, well, if he didn't get up, like either he was really hurt or maybe he died. But I definitely never heard the context of it having to do with drunkenness.
What about London bridges falling down?
That one I've heard as being a reference to. I know it's a reference to various things, but I know I've heard it to be. Hold on, let me go through there. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady, and it probably goes beyond that. But that's the short bit that I know.
I'll sing it for you right now because it's pretty long.
Really,
Pretty fucking long. Yeah, it's really long. Really fucking long.
it's really a single.
Really long. It's really long.
Whoa.
That wasn't good.
This nursery rhyme is so long. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the late night love voice out for you there, fellas.
Yes, sing it real sexy voice like for the audience. Be real, sensual. Bring it down a few octaves and let the tingling happen inside your viewing audience.
London Bridge is falling down, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down.
Yes.
Sweet fair lady. No. I added sweet. Let me get serious.
Sweet fair lady.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Build it up with wood and clay, wood and clay, wood and clay.
Hear this part, actually.
Build it up with wood and clay, my fair lady. Wood and clay will wash away, wash away, wash away. Wood and clay will wash away, my fair lady. Build it up with bricks and mortar, bricks and mortar, bricks and mortar. Build it up with bricks and mortar, my fair lady. Bricks and mortar will never stay. Will never stay, will never stay. Bricks and mortar will never stay. My fair lady, build it up with iron and steel, iron and steel, iron and steel. Build it up with iron and steel, my fair lady. Iron and steel will bend and bow, bend and bow, bend and bow. Iron and steel will bend and bow, my fair lady. Build it up with silver and gold, silver and gold, silver and gold. Build it up with silver and gold, my fair lady. Silver and gold will be stolen away. You rancid thieves. Stolen away, stolen away. Silver and gold will be stolen away, my fair lady. Now there's still like 3 more verses, but let me stop there for a second.
God. I'm glad you did because I was about to kill myself.
Let me just say
that. But I pulled out the imaginary gun and I was about to blow my head off.
No, I didn't see that. But for argument's sake,
It's a black
How
cloth.
strong are these pieces they're building this bridge with? Because if you can walk away with a huge chunk of silver and gold, you deserve that shit.
I mean, like, this sounds like a really poor construction project. That's what it sounds like. Like, who the fuck started with
It's a chunk.
silver and like fucking clay and wood when they already had steel and shit? And they're talking about steel not being adequate. Fuck you. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? Then go somewhere, cut yourself some big ass stones and shit, and make a natural land bridge. The fuck do you want from
that's
people
true.
back then? Steel was impressive.
But the problem is they didn't have the technology to mechanize it like how they did with wood. You know what I'm saying? Wood was like
Yeah,
they would use stones. You feel me? They would rather use stones.
which I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
where the
get it,
fuck are
but
you
like,
getting all this silver and gold from?
right?
They
Like,
would
how
bring
you
it from the
you
caves and
gonna
shit.
build a bridge with that? A London Bridge with silver and gold? You just got that shit to throw away? Never. I know they've been owning the world before over there in Britain, but never have you had silver and gold to make a fucking
No,
bridge.
no, 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 no. They're the first empire of the world, though. They're the first of
Well,
the
I
fucking
wouldn't
free
say the
world.
first empire, but they're definitely one of the first mega empires.
Yeah, they put their mark. We still pay taxes over there, so I don't want to hear nothing.
I mean, look, I have nothing
Well,
against the
it's not
UK
finished
brothers and
yet.
sisters out there, but fuck that. Fuck the crown. What?
Oh yeah,
Well, look at these three last verses. Set a man to watch all night, watch all night, watch all night. Set a man to watch all night, my fair lady. Suppose the man should fall asleep, fall asleep, fall asleep. Suppose the man should fall asleep, my fair lady. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, smoke all night, smoke all night. Give him a pipe to smoke all night, my fair lady. So that was a very fucking long.
First of all, that's why nobody our age ever sang that fucking song. No child is singing that whole shit. The only
you need
kids
to
that are
make it
singing
think
that
like a
whole
group.
shit were the ones that like they would sing that song for 20 minutes and then they had to go cut wood and like hunt for the family because as a child, as soon as you could pick up something that could kill, you were helping. Like, what the fuck? Ain't no kids
Yup.
singing that shit now. Not even the first verse.
Nope. They don't do it. I remember they used to make us sing like in the auditorium in front of our parents, like make us say like nursery rhyme bullshit.
Yeah.
I
That's
used to
like
be like,
that's
what
your
the
first
hell?
stage show is singing fucking nursery rhymes. Three blind
Yeah.
mice, three blind mice.
Yeah. Like I look back at the video and I'm like, yo, why the fuck did they make us do this stupid ass shit?
I I'm
Like
pretty
I see it's
sure.
cute. It's cute. Like it's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. And it's a memory or whatever. But I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why waste all this time for me for us to say three road nurseries? Like, why didn't they just take us to like a carnival so we could like bond together?
Motherfucker.
I, I remember as a kid, like when I was in elementary school, I was in a stage play, and I don't even remember how I got involved in it. I think it was just like, here's the class, and we're gonna do this, so we're gonna find a part for you. But I remember I did that at least once, and I was part of Three Blind Mice. And I remember at one point I had a line, and for whatever reason, I either made or decided that line was gonna be "I want pizza" or like "pizza from Caesar's from Caesar's Pizza" because I was like, cheese is good, but cheese pizza is way better. And as a mouse, I want cheese pizza. I know the glory, and I remember saying that shit on stage. But what's funny is I remember saying it on stage in the perspective of being in the suit, and then I also remember it like watching myself. So I don't know if it actually happened. I'm kind of curious because I had those two memories. I How the fuck did I watch myself? That's not real, or is it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
That's another
you know what's
podcast.
the funny thing? Like I did you know the Nutcracker. I did one of the rat soldiers and shit. I was one of the rat like from the Nutcracker. Like we did that and shit. It was cool. It was pretty cool and shit because you know we beat up like the regular soldiers. You know the first battle or
Yeah.
whatever. It was pretty cool. Like the school did their thing because the school they added like lighting effects and stuff. Like it was really dope. Like Stuff like
Well,
that, like okay, because you have to like act. It's cool, but like when they make you do like nursery rhymes and shit, and like you
See
know,
this?
mhm.
yeah, I see it now.
Immurement theory? I have never heard that word in my life.
There's
Immurement?
a few theories. Look, there's a few theories. So let's start with the first one. Who got the first one? The Viking
Hold up,
attack.
you hold up. You sound choppy robotic, bro. Hold on. Say like,
You
are
can
you?
zoom in a little bit.
Do I still sound choppy robotic?
Do
Nah,
I sound
you
talking
good now. You
about it?
sound all right now.
All
I
Nah,
right.
you
sound
sound
good,
So
good
bro.
too.
Okay,
why don't you read the Viking theory for us?
zoom it in a
Talking to
little
me.
bit.
Yes, sir. You have to do it in your foreign voice.
All right, hold on. Let me change my foreign voice. I got several foreign voices, so let's see here.
Do your Viking voice.
All right. Vindy. So you want me to read the whole theory?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Helmskring. You got something. Helmstringla is a collection of sagas about past Norwegian kings, written in Old Norse by a poet and historian Snorri Sturluson around 1230. According to Helmstringla, London Bridge was destroyed by Olaf the Second of Norway in 1014 or 1009. A 19th century translation of the Norse saga published by Samuel Lang in 1844 even includes a verse very similar to the nursery rhyme we know today. London Bridge is broken down, gold is won, and bright renown. Shields resounding, war horns sounding, Hild is shouting in the din. Arrows singing, mail coats ringing, Odin makes our Olaf win. That sounds like quite a Viking fucking chant to me. I don't know about y'all, but it says the original Heimskringla document does not make reference, does make reference to Olaf II breaking down London Bridge. So some historians believe this account to be accurate, especially since it was recorded only a couple hundred years after the event was said to have taken place. However, London Bridge is falling down was already a popular and well-known nursery rhyme at the time of Lang's translation, so it's unlikely that the rhyme originates directly from Heimskringla. It seems that when translating Heimskringla, Lang simply wanted to make obscure Old Norse verses more accessible to English readers. So he took a common nursery rhyme and used it as inspiration to model his translation. Heimskringla does, however, provide the only historically recorded incidents of London Bridge actually falling down, though there are no other corroborating accounts of such an attack.
All right. The Merriment theory.
All right.
Oh, you
Immunity
want to do that?
theory.
I thought
I
Chance might
got.
have wanted
Oh,
to.
all right, go ahead, Chance.
Bro, I don't
Please
know
read
for
the
some reason when
amendments
I
here.
see your screen, mine shows it like blurry, bro. My bad, bro. You can go ahead, Tully. Go.
All right. Well, immurement theory. I hope I'm saying this correctly. Well, okay, hold on. He's going down now.
I mean, do we really want to read all of these theories?
Well,
We
let's
I
go
know
can
to
you
do
want
it.
to
who is
know.
the fair lady because I had that question myself.
Let's try that Emirman theory. Let's try that one. Let's.
Let's just find out what the
Let's
fuck
let's do
Imirament
immurement
is.
theory. Okay, let's go back there and let's see. Never heard of immurement? Immurement is a form of imprisonment in which a person is placed within an enclosed place with no exits, usually left there to die from starvation or dehydration. This torture was based on a belief that structures, like buildings and bridges, would be more sturdy and stable if a person was entombed in the foundations. Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
It
Now
does.
let's see who the fair lady is.
Who is the fair lady? While debate over the true meaning of London Bridge's falling down continues, one other aspect of the song is equally perplexing. Who the fuck is the fair lady? People have made many attempts to determine her true identity, with several names being proposed. Some popular names include Matilda of Scotland. She was Henry the First consort between 1110 and 1118. She was responsible for building many bridges that carried the London Colchester Road across the river Lea and its side streams. Eleanor of Provence. She was consort of Henry III from about 1269 to 1281. She had custody of the bridge revenues. Now, hold on, because that's a big gap. Big gap. So, did she rule all the way until this? I think not.
Well, no,
That's
that's two different people.
yeah, I know. But who ruled in between all of this? You know what I
That's pretty
mean?
weird.
So,
It's pretty
I
weird
can
that she
tell you
had
who,
Matilda.
a
I like that
motherfucking nobody,
Matilda.
a dumb motherfucker that had no recompense to history. That's who.
See, the one that I read, it said something about putting children inside the construction of the bridge to keep the walls from falling down.
I heard that recent, like in the little bit of look that I did, like I watched a YouTube video or two. I did hear that as a theory, but I had never heard that before that. I do know that the Great Wall of China definitely has bodies in it. I know that, but
I
children,
didn't
I
know
don't
that.
know. It was just you didn't know that? Yeah, the Great Wall of China, like when workers died, they just would
Yeah,
toss them in
they just tossed them.
Yeah, they just tossed them into the Great Wall. The Great Wall of China is truly man-made.
Yeah, man made. Human made. Because they would
Mm-hmm.
just toss anybody in there. They would toss people that they killed, everybody. Everybody was just part of the construction.
Helps cut down on concrete costs, to be honest. So,
And it has more stability too, Bones are strong.
exactly. People hold up the things that they're invested in, like Dogecoin.
It doesn't last.
You're fucking crazy.
Well, I don't know. Because the catacombs, they seem to be lasting pretty long, and there's fucking it's built with bones or some shit.
What the fuck?
You never heard of the catacombs? I think in Paris or London.
The catacombs, they're made from humans.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
almost like that nugget you got hanging there is made out of humans.
oh. Damn, man, you got me. I didn't even notice it.
I don't know how you can't feel that shit.
What?
That was it.
No.
So
All right,
let
we're
me show
good.
you. Deviating once more. But this is just to educate because I didn't know. Y'all need to watch As Above, So Below.
Ooh.
So yes, you see that shit?
Yeah, that looks creepy as fuck. Is there like a temple in there or something? Wow. That looks like that shit from that movie. What was that
Yeah, there
movie?
we go. I
Remember
was
that movie
saying, yeah, like,
that they crawled in that
yeah, he
tunnel
was
and they
just
got
saying,
getting smaller and smaller?
as above, as so below. They definitely filmed that shit in Paris in the catacombs, and it's like I haven't seen it, but I heard it was pretty good. But I know that they filmed it
Yeah,
in
it
the
was good.
actual catacombs where there's all these bones and shit, and that the premise of it was just like they were running to ghosts and random people out there. But like that's fucking crazy that there's just a mausoleum of just assorted bones of humans down below Paris. Like what the fuck is why? What the
Wow.
fuck?
What the fuck is
Also,
going on
if
in
it's done
Paris?
in Paris, I would imagine that it's probably been done either on a larger or smaller scale somewhere else on the earth and we don't even know it.
That
Look
is
at that.
crazy. That is scary.
Those are all like bodies of plague victims, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get into it on an episode.
Yeah, we should. We should probably get on this and probably the Wall of China we can also do.
So there's
We
definitely
we,
a
we
lot.
should definitely do something about that.
How about y'all sing Jack and Jill?
Jack and Jill.
You sound robotic to me, but I don't know if I'm sound robotic to y'all.
You sound fine.
Anybody? Anybody know Jack and Jill?
But I'm looking it up.
There we go. All right, now I can hear you. Yes, I know Jack and Jill. I also know that Jack and Jill is a fucking nefarious affair. And actually, today I was looking into Jack and Jill, and one of the jokes in The Simpsons makes more sense when Grandpa Simpson is talking to Homer when he's a kid, and he's reading him a story to have him go to bed, and he goes, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, and he like flips a page or two, and then he goes, and Jill came tumbling after the end. Good night. And it's like, oh, that's funny. He's a terrible father, but then you learn what Jack and Jill about. It's like, oh, that's probably why he skipped what the fuck the rest of the story was. It's not kid friendly.
Well, there was a lot of things that I heard. Like I heard um it was about a teenage couple that used to go up on the hill and fuck, and she became pregnant. He fell and hit his head on a rock. And in the YouTube video, he hit Dwayne The Rock Johnson and died. But
He got rock
uh,
bottom.
he died, and she died in childbirth.
I heard a similar thing on a YouTube video, but
Jill
that
came
like
tumbling
it was an
after.
affair, and that's why it was so scandalous. And there's a town somewhere, I don't remember who it is, but there's a town somewhere that says that this is actually a local legend that actually occurred in their history, and they have monuments and like supposedly the gravestone for where Jack and Jill actually died because it was a drama thing that actually happened that turned into a nursery rhyme.
It was
Well,
a
look at
dramatic. It was a dramatic event that had happened.
this one says it's a true story, but look, the origin of this poem depicts the political downfall and public murder of Francis Louis the 16th and his wife Marie Antoinette. The two royals were convicted of
Huh.
treason during the France Revolution. As punishment, Louis the what did I say? 16th was beheaded. He lost his crown, i.e., his throne and his head. Shortly after, like Jill, Marie Antoinette's head soon came tumbling after.
I mean, I feel like that honestly sounds like an adaptation. Like it fits, but like the whole contextualization of it having to do with a well, to me, seems like it's reaching for it to directly be sourced from the French Revolution. I feel like it actually makes more sense, especially back in the times that it supposedly occurred, that people went and met out at a well, because a well doesn't necessarily mean that it's in the center of town. It might be in a more inaccessible place to where when you go to get your water, you have to make a small trek and it's not in the eyes of other people. So if you go to make that trek and nobody's around, you can go to the well place and you know how dangerous it is and you can do your illicit activities and nobody knows. And that makes more sense to me than it having to do with the French Revolution. However, I do see how one could say it connects to it, but the reference is so obscure that it doesn't make sense for a nursery rhyme, because a lot of these other ones that supposedly reference events like Ring Around the Rosie or London Bridge and shit like that, like it's not
Speaking of
so off
London,
base, it's on the nose what they're referencing.
speaking of London Bridge, I found the one that I read earlier.
London
There are
Bridge.
many theories, yeah. There are many theories that surround the origin of this rhyme. However, the most disturbing belief is that the song is about human sacrifice. Immurement is the practice of entombing someone within a structure. where they slowly die from lack of food and water. I hear you asking, why is this related to the nursery rhyme? Well, many believe that the bridge's structure would collapse unless a human sacrifice was buried within its foundations. Sounds far fetched, right? However, think about the game that accompanies this song. Two children form an arch with their arms, while other children run underneath while they all sing. Whoever is under the children's arms at the end of the song would be trapped within the man-made arch, and it's pretty creepy, isn't it?
So that like I was kind of saying before about like what kind of makes sense more with the pairing of the song because of that's how the game goes, that lends credence to that might be the, even if it's not true, that might be the rumored origin of the song. You know what I mean? Because honestly, we think we think that like child labor has always been a thing and like you can't just employ kids. In the 19th century, kids were doing whatever the fuck. They were doing hard labor.
There
They
were
were in
kids
coal
getting
mines and
drunk and
shit.
everything like that.
They were getting fucked up. They were living adult lives from
Yeah.
children lives. So like the idea that there were kids working on the London Bridge, and like I'm not saying necessarily 5 or 6 because they have the strength, but definitely 10 to 15, like 16, like teenagers and like middle school age kids
From
definitely
12
could
and
be
up,
doing
from
that.
12 and up, they working. From 12 and up,
Well, it
depending on
didn't
their size, it
necessarily.
was working.
As soon as you could do some work, you were going to do some work. And unfortunately, a child is going to die of being tired a lot sooner than an adult. And if they don't have anything because they're out working, so they have something at home, it wouldn't be beyond me that like a child of a very poor family that nobody knows who's out there working on the fucking thing dies. And they're just like, we don't want to deal with the bullshit that comes with having to report this. Just leave them there and then we'll go missing. Because
Yeah, but
there are
it also
people that
it
will
doesn't
definitely
say
do
they
that.
were working for them. It just says that they were sacrificed and thrown into the structure to
Yeah,
just
but like
wither away and die.
that see to me that sounds like what would be normal rumoring of the time. But going and looking and like what I know of history and just child labor in general, especially with the UK and like kids worked. It is not to me it sounds like kids would just go out there and be working and they would die and essentially they were sacrificed because they didn't want to give a fuck about like reporting it and dealing with it how you would because that's a problem obviously on some level, even though it was less of the problem because children were in fact property for a long time.
Yeah.
Um, I
Children were
feel like
property
I feel like
for
the
a long. They
song
still
is
are.
the result of rumor of actual happenstance because nobody was reporting the deaths of children, but there was enough deaths of children to where rumor was circulating and people were starting to say, "Oh, these people with power are sacrificing children for this bridge and shit like that." Because humans do that. We do that now. You saw all last year the shit that we did in terms of pedophilia and like pedivores and shit like that. So like it's not, to me it makes sense that the song is from a rumor that came from a realized thing that's sad and terrible but actually isn't like demonic and terrible. And that's because I try to have faith in humanity that we don't go that route right away. We're just shitty. We're not evil and shitty, we're just shitty. And that's kind of where that comes from. But that again, this is conjecture. I don't know fucking shit. I'm just pulling from knowledge that I have from the past. But it makes sense to me, especially with how the game is. Like, why would you make a game that's kind of like that, that represents that truth of there being, you know, kids being used in the foundation and the building of the bridge and it not have some type of truth? There's even though a rumor is a rumor,
Some
it
type of
comes from a
cadence.
truth. So I don't know. I feel like that if I had to bet, I would say there's definitely children in London Bridge. But if I had to bet on how, I I don't know, but I would want to lean towards the fact that children died and they didn't want to report it, not that they were actually sacrificed for terrible things. Because we get off on shit like that nowadays. So I want to presume that that's not the case.
Chance, you have a coin on you?
A coin,
A
yes, I
Dogecoin?
do. I just have one right now. Hold on.
So heads Talon reads this in his Russian voice, tails he reads it in his Irish voice.
Okay, here we go.
Wait. I lied.
Oi, oi.
Heads, tails, he can pick whichever foreign voice he wants. Heads, he got to do Shaggy.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Head.
All right.
Okay, Reggie.
All right. So
Where's
what's the
your
next one I'm reading? What's the next one?
Hold on, I got you.
And this is brought to you by a
The
drink
Break Room
and the break room.
and Talking Junk, where you can find us both on YouTube and live Friday nights and Saturday nights, and also on Spotify, wherever you listen to your shit. Also iHeartRadio, that's new.
That's
Hey.
right, motherfucker. So get your listening on.
Merch.
What rhyme am I reading right now so I can search it up?
I got you.
Oh, did you send it in the messenger?
Oh no, it's right here on screen.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me switch to full screen then. All right, I gotta do Shaggy. All right, Shaggy. Like, okay,
And you can change it. You can change it up for the meaning if you want.
All right, I'll do what I can. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With cockle shells and silver bells and pretty maids all in a row. This popular English nurse. Oh, that's it. Oh, fuck. All right. This popular English nursery rhyme appears as if someone is admiring a Scooby snack. I'm sorry, a lady's garden. However, this children's song actually depicts Queen Mary, man, and fiercely Catholic women with the homicidal nature, also known as Bloody Mary. Oh man, let me get a Scooby snack, please. I'm not fucking around here. Queen Mary's reign, 1553 to like 1558, is known for executions of hundreds of Protestants. Oh shit. Silver bells and cockle shells are actually known torture devices. Like, not delicate garden ornaments, dude. Like, this is real.
That's some hardcore shit.
That was okay.
You fucking crazy, bro.
I'd actually kind of working on a rustic voice, so I guess I don't know if that's foreign, but like
a Hogan voice.
Chance, let me give you one, and let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Do you know Three Blind Mice?
Three Blind Mice. Okay, let me look. I got my laptop. I'm gonna open it up right here.
Yeah, you bring that up on over there. I want to hear you sing the Three Blind Mice. I heard that when I was growing up. See how they run, get shot by the gun.
Well, there now, partner. I can tell you this.
Whoa. Hold on with that, Jack. Three blind mice. I saw them running down. They ran all around a farm wife with the cut off the tails and a carving knife. Did you ever saw the sight in your life as a three blind mice? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so with the Three Blind Mice.
What the fuck are you reading, though?
Was that a fucking line or some bars? I'm trying to understand.
It says the modern words are Three Blind Mice. Oh no, I read the modern word. My bad.
I ain't never heard that bullshit. Get down.
Right? I was like, what the fuck is that?
I was on Wikipedia. If you go on Wikipedia, it says modern words are. Look at
That's for Lily Liver, the yellow belly, son of a bitches. We want the real.
All right, let me do I'm gonna try to do my Macho Man voice.
You do, please. Put it on. Put the beard on. You gotta use it. Use your beard, Chad.
Be the cream of the crop. Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah. Three blind mice. Hold on, damn! I think I'm getting the wrong one. Is it Three Blind Mice? Three Blind Mice.
Bitch.
Dame Lulin, the Miller.
What the fuck is that? First of all, did you not have a childhood, my friend? Did you not know
bro?
All right, I got you.
I'm about
let's
to load my 6-shooter and play Russian roulette if you don't pick the right rhyme right now.
I'll put the meaning on the screen and you can read the meaning and I'll do the nursery rhyme for you.
All right. What's going on here? I don't blame you, but what the fuck are they on? What songs were that?
Don't read the meaning yet. Right?
I've never
So
heard
go,
that.
3 blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all ran up to the carver's wife, who cut their tail with the carver's knife. 3 blind mice.
They cut their tails with a carving knife, and that's how you make a meal for life. That's how I heard it, but okay.
Ew.
Oh, so there were what, 3 snitches or something like that?
No,
Right.
here's the meaning right here. If you can hold on, let me try to make it bigger for you because you can't see it there.
You make it bigger, like you're stripping for
Okay,
a
there you go. There we go. Three black mice is supposedly yet another
Oh shit, too big.
yet OD Bloody Mary reign with the with the with the trio in question believed to be grouped as President Bishops. Hugh Letterman, Nicholas Randall, and the Archbishops of Canterbury, Thomas Creamer, who unsuccessfully conspired to overthrow the Queen and were burned at stake for their heresy. Critics suggest that the blindness in the title refers their religious beliefs. So it was about 3 snitches, I guess.
It was about this woman who had power and was honestly, forgive me, a cunt.
Well, definitely, Cletus.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is I'm not insulting women, but this woman was the
She was a cunt.
Exactly. All right. And you heard it corroborated here by chance. She was a son of a bitch.
Cunt.
Too right, Cletus.
That's right. Hey, Dale. You tell him what else we got for him over there, Dale.
What else we got for him?
What's this eeny meeny amount of mo right down
Hey,
there?
Knox.
What's the true meaning of that?
Hey, Knox. What we got over there, Knox?
Well, since we're there, well, don't we have to sing it first?
Hey, well, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the fuck any meeny amount of mo even is, because I don't think any kid does. You kind of just say some shit and then make it up. Because there was bubble gum in the dish, and any meeny amount of mo.
But
and then there was some other shit I forgot that
rhymes that really weren't made up, and this is probably one of them. You know what I mean? It's not really made up.
It's like, there's nothing particular.
Any mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Any, many, miny, mo. I'm not
Catch
sure.
a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him. Why
Why
would a tiger holler if he grabbed him by the toe?
Oh, it was nigger. Wow.
All right. Well, we can say N bomb.
Let's you say it in the nigger way. Say nigger.
Nah, I'd rather not.
I want to hear how it sounds. No offense to anybody out there. Not trying to be offensive.
Let's read what
if you're gonna do that, do what Disney did and use Tigger.
They use tiger. Tiger.
I swear to God, honestly, as an aside, it has always, as even a teenager, been questionable to me the fact that they had a tiger and they decided to call that tiger Tigger. And this is coming from a company that made Song of the fucking South. Okay? So I'm just saying, is that not them trying to get away with using a fucking word they should not be using by saying, oh, look at this lovable Tigger. Don't you love Tigger, 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 Tigger? The more you say it, it sounds offensive.
Tigger. Come here, Tigger.
Honestly, we need to cancel Tigger.
Tigger hasn't been shown. Well,
Casper
show me.
Nigga. Oh wow, it sounds good. Now switching it out.
I'm just saying,
Now it sounds really fucked up.
it does. Heffalumps and woozles. Who are they talking about? Obviously, that's supposed to be white people in the forest. Who are the heffalumps and woozles? Why they look so fucked up and shit?
I don't know.
Racist ass cartoon. I love Winnie the Pooh.
Let's
Damn it.
read what the meaning of this shit was. What was it? What were we talking about?
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh no! What did you just say? That's what we were talking about.
No, there's nothing particularly inflammatory about the lines. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. But there is, when you consider the word tiger, there is a relatively new development in this camping rhyme as a replacement for the N word. Even with the lyrical switch out, any reference to the poem still has ability to offend. In 2004, a passenger sued Southwest Airlines for the interracial infraction of the emotional distress and neglect infliction of emotional distress following an incident where a flight attendant used the rhyme in a humorous fashion. During takeoff, when she told passengers, "Any, many, money, more, sit down, it's time to go," the court sided with the airline.
I, I just have to say that whole time, did you have like a micro penis in your mouth, or was that just sort of like just a weird just thing going on?
I'm so sorry. It does sound a little
Is
crazy.
is that a lisp? Because when I was growing up, they always told me that was dick mouth. But if that's not what it is, I think there's people that really honestly owe some serious apologies.
You would know, buddy.
I mean, I never had dick mouth, but
You look like you see me
I,
up close before, up close
I
and
saw
personal.
I hung out with a lot of people who had dick mouth, so I'm well aware of what it is.
I don't know what to say there, guy. So
Oh Lord.
down.
I just
We're
found
down.
that out that it was nigger instead of tigger.
Yeah, that's what it said right there with what I just read.
No, I know. That's what I was saying. Like I didn't know that it was nigger.
Well, let's kind of refrain from saying that
What?
anymore.
What, nigger? Yes. All right, I'm sorry. I just use it like normal. I use it in my language.
No, that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be something normal.
No,
That's
I
a
use
heavy R.
nigga. I use my nigga like like you my nigga. You feel me?
That
All right, where were we? We got. Looks like we got 3 more left before we can get to the big dog.
The big dog.
So
We
I
should
never
jump to
heard
the
of
big dog.
either one of these here. You tell me if either one of you heard of this, and we'll pick one from it, and then we'll get on to the Muffin Man. Seesaw, ladybug, or oranges and lemons.
I think oranges and lemons I've heard of.
So seesaw, ladybug, or oranges and lemons.
I've
Oranges
never
and
heard.
lemons.
I've never heard origins and lemons.
Which one you heard? Seesaw?
I don't think I've ever heard that either.
Ladybug.
Nah.
All right. So which one do we take on for last?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Each of us has one.
All right. So which one you taking?
I'm taking oranges and lemons.
Which one you taking?
Isn't there only 2? What was the third one?
Three.
It's ladybug, seesaw, and oranges and lemons.
I guess oranges and lemons because I saw that pop up on some lists, but I did not hear what it was. So
Well, he did say oranges and lemons already, so that's who he's playing for. So you
All
would
right.
have to seesaw, ladybug.
I guess ladybug, ladybug.
All right, then I got seesaw. All right,
Big
ready?
rock,
Rock, paper,
paper,
scissors,
scissors,
say
shoot. Hey, I got it. Oranges and lemons.
Honestly, that's what I wanted, so I guess
Everybody
that's
always
why I
goes
went
paper.
that way.
Everybody always goes paper because 90% of people go rock.
it.
That was a fair game too. We all shook at the same time and everything, so it was legit. It wasn't no cheating shit.
All right, so let's pull up the lyrics first because I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Let's pull up the rhyme. Let's not, give him more credit than it deserves. I got my oranges and lemons, poranges and lemonges.
My man
Well,
told you it. My oranges and lemons.
there's modern version and there's original, so we'll just go straight for the original. But there's a meaning towards it. I mean, like a game towards it, like London Bridge.
Oh, okay.
So it says, let me see, how to play. At the beginning, two kids face to face are joining their hands, forming an arch. One of them will represent the oranges, and one of them the lemons. This must be agreed from the beginning.
Okay.
So who do you want to be? Who do you want to be, sir? You want to be the lemons or you want to be the oranges?
I'll be the
I'll
lemon.
be the. You're gonna be the lemons.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be oranges then.
All right. Let's put your two fingers in the air and combine your fucking fingers. Let's do this together. We're
How
in
the
this together. All right. The rest of them, one by one, will form a line by catching the dress of the kid that stays in front. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is definitely old as shit because boys definitely used to be wear dresses when they were young. That was
Yeah.
normal.
Will start to run through the arch under the hand of the first two players, singing the lyrics of Oranges and Lemons. When the word head is pronounced, the arch will drop the arms down, and the kid who will be in the arch will be catched. They will ask him very quietly, oranges or lemons. The answer must be also said very quietly so that the other players cannot hear it. He or she will then have to sit in the back of the representative that he chose by answering, holding him around his waist. The game continues until each child is captured, and now there are two teams formed. The
Does this
kids
look
from
weird?
must hold each other's middle strongly, forming a tug between the teams. There's a line signed in the middle. The two kids, now each carrying his team in the back, will start the oranges and lemons war. They have to pull strongly until one of them will succeed to cross the line that divides them, moving forward the entire team with them. First of all, that shit sounds fucking tough. I would have much rather played that than fucking London Bridge. And I
Yeah.
So
That
honestly,
sounds like a
it
fun ass
sounds like
game.
somebody took London Bridge and was like, "We're gonna use this to decide teams, and then we're gonna play tug of fucking war."
well, it's not even because you don't have a rope. So they're like this, right? They're holding each other like you would in London Bridge.
Right.
And they're all coming down and they're singing the nursery rhyme. And when they fall, they have to whisper. Both of them are whispering in their in each ear. They're like, lemons or oranges. Because obviously one side is lemon and one side is orange. So after they decide, they go into the back of the chosen team. They hold their waist, and when all teams are chosen, they do the tug of war. They try to pull them over the line.
It
So
sounds
they
like
don't
what they try to do is pull off the arms of the other team's captain.
That's pretty dope, bro.
That shit is that's crazy. Like you're going from pulling one person to like if you have 20 people, you're holding the weight of 10 people trying to pull them motherfuckers back with somebody else. It's like I hope you got some strong sockets, bro. Cause that sounds like ripe for some dislocation.
That's
all right. So
crazy.
I'll read both the old version and the modern version, but let me start with the
I,
old
what's
version.
crazy is I've never in my life heard of that or seen it anywhere. It's got to be like a UK thing or something like that. It's not an American thing, unless you guys know about it. I've never heard of it.
Okay, Mr.
Oranges
UK.
and lemons.
So let's do it together. You do the olden days, and I will do the modern. Right? Go ahead, sir.
Me?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So let's see here.
Can you see it, or just shut up with the full screen?
Yeah, I got it. All right. Um. All right. So, two sticks and apple, ring ye bells at Whitechapel. Well, hold on. Shit, I got to read the line. Got back. It's not.
Well,
You skip it.
no, that's the line you were at. I had to cut the first line off, or you're not going to get the last line.
No, I didn't get Old Father Bald Plate. So hold
I
on. Let
know.
me get that. Go down. Two
I
sticks and
didn't.
apple. Ring ye bells at Whitechapel. Old Father Bald Plate. Ring ye bells at Aldgate. Maids in white aprons. Ring ye bells at St. Catherine's. Oranges and lemons. Ring ye bells at St. Clement's. When will you pay me? Ring ye bells at your Bailey. When I am rich, ring ye bells at Free Ditch. When will that be? Ring ye bells at Stepney. When I am old, ring ye bells at Paul's.
At
Paul's.
Paul's, where?
Paul's, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a nice rhyme. I like it. I don't get it, but clearly lemons is not lemons. It turns into lemons. So what's the modern one?
Oranges and lemons. Say the bells of St. Clement's. You owe me 5 fartherlings. Say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me? Say the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. When will that be? Say the bells of Stephanie. I do not know, says the great bell of Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed, and here comes the chopper to chop off your head.
Well, they definitely took a grimmer approach to the end of the rhyme.
It does.
Before it's just like, when I die, ring these bells. Over here, it's just like, I'm coming to kill you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Ding ding, motherfucker.
I'm gonna
He said,
fuck you, and I'm gonna rape your ideas.
I guess it's pretty fitting to
I just want to stare at you doing dishes.
what's your favorite scary movie?
You know I'm Batman, right?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Uh,
Batman.
that's probably what Batman sounded like when he fucked Batgirl in the Killing Joke remake. He kept on his suit and he just was like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
You should have went for the head.
Everybody in his universe, though, he's a pimp.
Yeah, no, he definitely. Well, I mean, Batman still gets ass because Bruce Wayne gets so much unnecessary ass. It's like
Well,
latent.
let's get down to the
Wayne is the man. That's why.
let's get down to the question at hand, fellas. And the
All
question I'm
right.
talking about is:
The Muffin
do
Man.
you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The
The
Muffin
Muffin Man.
The one who lives on Drury Lane?
Well,
Bum, bum, bum.
Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Oh man.
It's the Muffin.
I believe we did it right that time.
That time we
But
did get all the way done. So we're gonna get to know the Muffin Man, but we're gonna also kind of debunk the Muffin Man because turns out the hype that we originally started from was not true. Isn't that right?
Ooh.
I I don't know. I'm conflicted because it might be true and then it might have taken shape in the form of a creepypasta afterwards.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
I
just
heard
that
I heard mixed controversies about it. I heard mixed controversies about the whole
I did
story.
too. But the people that made the creepypasta were just too stupid to do their research because they did some shit like say the killer at one point went to go work at a car wash for like King Henry the Third or some stupid shit in like the 1880 some fuck. And cars weren't even fucking invented. The stagecoach was barely a thing.
Maybe they meant cart wash.
Cart wash. I don't think that was a thing, a cart wash.
For the king, though, maybe, I don't know.
You were better off with a knob wash, maybe, at that point in time. Somebody get paid to fucking wipe your asshole after you take a shit in the bucket.
What in the I don't know if you've seen medieval shitholes, but they are definitely a shithole, and it's disgusting.
They still exist, man. At Dominican Republic, if you go to certain parts, they still got those shitholes, bro.
It's disgusting.
They call
Disgusting.
letrinas. They call letrinas.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, I don't even like going to bars and them having that long ass
The
stable
pig trough,
Yeah, it looked like the shit they feed fucking horses in, and they
getting
got
full of ice
fuck
and
ice
shit.
in there, and all you do is fucking piss in it, and it just collects the piss at the bottom. The fuck is the ice supposed to do? That shit
Yeah,
stinks. Get something
yeah,
to flush.
yep. Yo, I went into a bar last year, bro. Yo, the bar looked like a fucking like how they had a toilet and everything, but they made it look like a shithole. Like it was designed like a shithole.
Ew.
I was like, what the fuck?
Welcome to the shithole.
Yeah,
We
and
got
it said,
one.
that's what it said. The
Just like
shithole on the wall.
In the Chappelle show for a prop copy, the motherfucker was throwing fucking chocolate syrup on the walls of the bathroom because he didn't want nobody to use that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
Shout out to Dumb and Dumberer, where he shit all over the walls of the bathroom.
Word. Shout out to that girl in school one time who sprayed shit all over the shower and the girls couldn't shower.
Oh, that's disgusting, bro.
Shout out.
All right, so let me read this real quick. I'm just gonna read it as Jason, if you don't mind.
I guess. No, fuck it. Do it. Nah, flip the coin. You got what's the shit? you gotta do a foreign voice on heads, or you gotta do a good Scooby on tails.
Well, Bert, I don't think I can do Scooby, Bert. I can definitely do Ernie, Bert. I'll do that, Bert. Do you concur, Bert? There's a lot of Bert.
What about Goofy? Can you do Goofy?
Rubber ducky. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's hard.
All right, how about this? Do it as Randy Savage.
Ooh, now you're talking my language there, brother.
All right, there we go.
I don't think my Randy Savage is cream of the crop, but I do love the little aesthetic of thinking it can be. Oh, yeah.
How about Hulk Hogan? How about Hogan? How about Hogan?
It's a mix of having to take a shit and also just being super tight.
I don't really do a tough Hogan there, brother, but I can do a mean macho man.
You know what? You need to be that cream. I want you to be that cream and rise to the top.
I'll tell you what, doing a fucking kudos. Let me get back on screen real quick, and I'm not gonna pour it out on my floor, but rest in peace, Randy Savage, because
an amazing wrestler,
bro. By the end of this whole fucking shit, I'm not gonna be able to do no Mickey ever again. That's how fucking a Randy Savage.
Shout out to Randy Savage, man. Randy Savage. The only one who's been able to be closer to his impersonation is Jay Lethal. That's it. Black Machismo was the shit. And I was like, he brought me back. Like I felt the Randy Savage in him a little bit. I felt it. I felt a little bit of Randy Savage presence.
I'm gonna switch from Randy to Mickey just so I don't lose it.
Come on.
There's
He's got
fucking
kids.
like
It's all right, I guess.
2,
I
3,
guess.
4,
But
5,
now,
6, 7.
for
There's like
This is the last one. This is the last one. Let's kill him. Let's kill him for Macho Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The
the
Muffin Man.
Macho Man, the Macho Man.
You know the Macho Me.
Brother, come on by.
There are many versions of this horrifying story. The Muffin Man, oh yeah, also known as the Drury Lane Dicer, was the first known serial killer in England, brother. His name was Frederick Thomas Linwood. He was born in 1563 and he died in 1612. There are many accounts of Linwood's crimes. Ooh, yeah. However, no surviving records. This is either one hell of a folklore story or one of the history's most creepy mysteries. Yeah. In Victorian England, it was common for families to have fresh foods delivered to their homes. If you're in the U.S., imagine the milkman from the 19... Ooh. Shout
Yeah. That was funny.
I'm gonna tell you this, motherfuckers. This shit is strenuous. So
Yeah.
somebody
This is why we in the break room, bitch.
Blow it up a little bit.
Let's see if I can do that shit.
Now, I have to say, as much as I enjoy Randy Savage, it always sounds like he's also taking, every time he's talking, the most enjoyable shit of his life.
It feels like I'm about to have an aneurysm when I do that shit.
All right, so I'm gonna read this one here.
I'll do Victorian England. I'll do that one, and then you can get the next one.
All right.
In Victorian England, it was common for families to have fresh foods delivered to their homes. If you're in the U.S., imagine the milkman from the 1950s. Same deal. Well, every morning, Victorian families could expect to find a parcel of bread for that day's meal. Right, Tiny Tim? A popular morning meal was muffins, but these were no mere muffins. Excuse me, I don't know how to read. A popular morning meal was muffins, but these were more like English muffin bread and less like sugary sweets you fat Americans eat.
Right, yeah, so the Muffin Man would make his deliveries just like other bakers, but he would have children away from the homes by playfully tying a string to a muffin and pulling it away from the steps where the parcel lay. Okay, and then the kids, likely thinking this was a fun game, would chase the muffins, which led to the Muffin Man's bakery, where he would kill the children, but not before torturing them. The Muffin Man did not appreciate the fierce competition in the surrounding neighborhoods, so he murdered 7 other bakers. Also, the tales go.
The life of a baker in Victorian England was not lucrative or pleasant. For starters, everyone wanted bread delivered. The middle class could afford to have fresh foods delivered to their homes, and during various times of the year, bread deliveries would skyrocket. However, the bakers did not have giant electric mixers, and most could not afford to hire a staff. So bakers did all of the work themselves, which meant that their daily shift would begin around 10 or 11 at night, leaving the only time for sleep during the moments when the dough was rising, much like the sun in his eye. Working under such strenuous circumstances commonly meant that the quality of bread was a crapshoot. For example, some bakers had to double time to keep up with their orders and knead the dough with their feet. Oof. Oof.
Ooh,
I
that's
would not
nasty.
eat that bread. Just imagine biting the bread and getting a toenail stuck in between your teeth.
That would be terrible. I got this.
The Muffin Man seemed to have taken pleasure in taunting and torturing children before he killed them. According to law, he used wooden spoons to knock children out. However, experts have long cast doubt that a wooden spoon would be enough to murder a person unconscious. Still, the stories persist. Between the years 1589 and 1598, Lywood murdered 15 little children. His shop was a popular spot for kids to visit, where they would run and cause havoc. What unsupervised kid would run around a bakery? I would. I love donuts. Supposedly, Lywood wanted them to stay away from his shop, so he devised a vicious plan. He lured children intentionally to his shop by pulling a muffin on a string. Once inside, he would knock them out and then kill them. Children come up with catchy sing-song rhyme to sing that supposedly was very to warn other children to stay away from Lywood's bakery and to be wary of those around them. It goes like this. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The
The Muffin
Muffin Man. Do you know
you
the
know
Muffin Man
who lives
who
on
lives Drury Lane?
Drury Lane? Let's do it together, mate. Are you
Okay,
ready?
let's
One,
go.
two, 1, 2, 3. Do
Do
you
you know the Muffin
Muffin
Man?
Man? The
The
Muffin
Muffin
Man.
Man.
The
The
Muffin
Muffin
Man.
Man.
Do
Do
you know
you
the
know the
Muffin Man
Muffin Man who
lives in
lives on
Drury
Drury
Lane?
Lane? It's terrible. He's a terrible
Yeah.
person. He's horrible. You should
It's
kill him. Break him into bread and serve him to evil people.
Now Thomas Linwood, I believe, probably was a real person, but they
We don't
kind of
know.
went.
We have no
We don't.
idea.
No, we don't.
This is what you would call conjecture.
I guess you would.
I would. I don't know about other
That's
people.
exactly what it is.
I would call it conjecture because I'm that type of person.
I would call
Also,
it.
did you know the Muffin Man was a staunch a hater of Dogecoin? You should definitely go buy some.
Or don't save some for me. I haven't bought none yet.
Oh no, trust. There's
But you better get
plenty,
on it before
there's
Monday.
plenty for everyone, and that's
Do it.
kind of part of the point. There's plenty. You want to buy 1 million, Jason? Come buy 1 million. There's a cap of 5 billion per year with the lowering increments, so that way it eventually caps itself off.
Yep.
If you're interested in
Yep.
knowing more about Dogecoin, go to Reddit and join the subreddit r/Dogecoin. Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Fuck them rich.
The
It's our
Daniel
time.
Bryan. Yo, Jason, is the Daniel Bryan with it.
This
Yes.
message is
Yes.
this is not sponsored
Yes.
nor endorsed
Yes.
or not subsidiaries.
We are not financial advisors, so if you do any of this, know that you're taking upon risk, and it is a highly volatile state and being. But however, there is a current movement in which to push up the price of Dogecoin, and if you want to get in, now is the time. Dogecoin, our subreddit Dogecoin. Get in now. Help us change the wealth of the world.
This was not a sponsorship, nor was it an endorsement by the BreakRoom, nor was it an endorsement by Talking Junk or its subsidiaries.
Dogecoin. Why the fuck not?
Well, let me let y'all know a little something now before I say goodnight to everybody. We've told you guys the creepy, obscure meanings, and are they cap? Are they reality? I guess that's for you to determine or for you to interpret.
No sé, hombre. No sé.
But on Talking Junk, for the month of February. Next week we got Gene DiNapoli. We'll let you know maybe tomorrow what the topic is going to be. We got Lisa Erickson on the 12th. She's going to talk about chakras, energy healing, meditation, things of that sort, energy, sexual trauma, healing, things you can.
Things we can
remember,
relate to.
This is Talking Junk. Talking Junk is on Fridays at 9:30. Subscribe on Spotify, iTunes. Oh, excuse me. That damn what am I drinking there, dear? I think I'm drinking there the cherry Pepsi with a little bit of the Captain Morgan orange, some shit like that. I just know it's liquor and a little bit of the pop, and it's making me have a little bit of gas. You guys lucky I'm not doing here live.
That sounds terrible, Cletus.
Well, I thought your name was Cletus, boy.
I'm Cletus.
Well, I don't even know who I am now.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
God dang it, I think we're me, myself, and I have Cletus. We're the
This
same
shit is
person.
nerve-wracking. I don't know, maybe you're Cletus the first and I'm the second.
But does it matter if I'm the first and I'm number one?
Well, now, Cletus, are we twins? And then Mama just didn't know what's named the second and didn't want to get mixed up, so maybe she just named us both Cletus.
That's why when she calls, one of us will come.
Oh, right. Well, on the 19th of February.
Hey, people in the audience, or if you're going to watch this in the future, let us know if you even enjoy this shit, because one, we kind of don't give a fuck. It's the break room. But on the other hand, we do want to entertain. So, let us know. Or fuck you.
If you want to advertise on the show, hit us up at the BreakRoom Live at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
You can always reach us at talkingjunkfans at gmail.com. Yes, we do all of our business on Gmail.
That's right.
But
Because we G's.
Getting back to what's happening on Talking Junk in the next coming weeks, February 19th, we're going to be interviewing Mike Packin.
Oh.
He's going to be discussing cannabis, the hustle, CBD, entrepreneur leadership.
Oh, shit. That's what you've been looking for, Chance.
CBD. Those are the freaky ass gummies I can buy at the gas station to make me see blue and purple spots.
No, that's just normal gummies.
Oh, that's the meth.
They have chemicals in them, and when you roll it with the meth, that's right. You'll see plenty of things. Or you can soak them in PCP, and they get really fucking big. You just put them in a baggie, and let me tell you, boy, one of them big ass motherfuckers before work. Let me tell you what, you've been doing efficiency like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Well, now, Cletus and Cletus, I don't know about what the fuck you guys are talking about, because I don't do none of that LSD shit.
Oh, you right. I mean, happy juice.
Is that what you call it?
I don't call it that.
Well, on the 26th on Talking Junk, it's gonna be Norman Plotkin.
Norman
Plotkin. Plotkin. I sound European when I say his name. You ready? Plotkin. I sound just like one of them boys over there in the London Bridge falling down. Plotkin.
Over there down in Cambridge,
Them.
We're going to be talking about mind hacks and hypnotherapy, which reminds me, that's a great segue to there, because next week on the break room, I got a little surprise for you two guys.
Oh.
We're going to be sitting down with Wendy Friesen, and she's going to try to hypnotize y'all.
Okay.
Ooh, hypnosis.
We'll see what's good.
Let's see, Junkers. We're really going to be able to get Talon to do the Busted Challenge now.
No, you won't.
Busted.
I have
We're gonna hit
a
you
will
guys
that's willing to play,
how
but
to
not
do
a
that.
will for that. Mm-mm.
Brother,
You'll soon get me doing this fucking silhouette challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna get that done too. Chance is gonna do.
Okay.
I still owe you guys the video.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I gotta
Maybe
wait. I
we'll
gotta get my cool. I just did laundry. I'm gonna put on a cool outfit and then I'm gonna do it.
If not, we can do it live with Wendy. She's gonna make y'all sing like parrots. She's gonna do something to y'all. Something funny. I need something
We'll
to happen.
see.
Speak, parrot.
So why
We'll
don't y'all? But how about this? You guys listening in on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, hit us up on Instagram or hit us up on Facebook. We'll put a poll out and we'll see what you guys want them to sound like. Which animal you want them to imitate? What do you want Wendy Friesen to do to my my team here in the break room? You let us know.
Ooh.
Yeah, you let us know what you want.
Until
done.
then, until next week.
Take care, Junkers. You
Have
already
a
know.
night.
Peace out, you gorgeous motherfuckers.
We love
Relax. You got 2 more days before the work week starts. Where else would
you.
you want to chill?
Just one thing, real quick. I want everybody tomorrow to go ahead.
Wait, are you coming out the closet?
No, I'm not. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what it kind of sounded like real quick.
No. I want everybody to go ahead tomorrow and
Sure,
enjoy
let's see what-
to my wrestling fans on the junk. I want you guys tomorrow to go ahead and enjoy the Royal Rumble with an open perspective and be with open eyes, like if it was your childhood, because these are just the most last beautiful days that we don't know what's the next one we're gonna get. So let's enjoy this one that's coming up.
I agree 100%. Definitely buy Dogecoin.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe Dogecoin's gonna be the surprise entry in the Royal Rumble.
Sponsoring us, and we are not endorsing in any way.
Look, nobody endorses Dogecoin. It's decentralized. We support it by saying we support it. We're like supporting and advertising. Dogecoin. It's not official, but it's kind of official 2/3 of the talking.
Nobody pay for it. If you pay for it, then I support. I don't support it if you're not going to pay for it.
All right. Well, I'm a representative of Dogecoin, and I am.
Okay, shareholder.
That's right. That's right. If anything, actually, Chance is more of a shareholder than I am, but that doesn't matter. We are both Dogecoin.
Dogecoin owes Talking Junk at least 1 share of Dogecoin. With
Come
that
on,
being
man.
said,
Come on, man.
good night.